If you remember back about 2018, I bought a cam dump trailer and I had a bigger truck. And it turned out that that was a little oversized for my new Ranger. So I sold it. And actually, I made out good selling it, but decided I thought I could live without one, but I decided I couldn't. So I started looking for a new dump trailer, and I found one at the trailer farm in New York. Oh, this is just a wonderful guy to deal with. There's Dave, the salesman. It's actually about it turned out to be 2 hours from my house. It's a LAMAR 5x10 mini dump, and I feel this is one of the best made mini dumps that you can buy. It's really well made, high quality, good components, and this place is really cool. The trailer farm. I didn't even realize it was here. It was a really beautiful ride through the country and windmills and everything. So Dave got me all taken care of, hooked up, and I was out of there in a couple minutes. Then I decided to walk around. They had some really neat dump trailers. That little guy there, and going back to the back lot, you can see they do have a lot of LAMAR trailers in sale. So I definitely recommend if you're in this area and you're looking for a trailer to contact them. If they have it in stock, they can save you 3-4 months from trying to order it through somebody else. And they do have really great prices. So, I really liked it. How easy everything went and how quick it went, and they had just what I wanted, so I'm happy. And not many people around here had these LAMAR trailers. But they also have, besides trailers, they have some implements you're getting into now too. So, and you can see this is in the middle of God's country. It's just so beautiful out here, and what a ride! At the end, I did a time lapse of the entire trip over. You can see all the windmills and stuff. So I'm on my way. I'm going home now, and there's a first batch of windmills you run into. I passed hundreds of them coming down here. And on the way home, I decided to stop and pick up a yard of a compost topsoil mix at Vermigreen. So this is their location here, and I just bought a yard. They've got quite the operation. They really have high quality stuff compared to that crap I bought this spring. So got a yard in there, and I'm headed home. And this trailer just tows so nice, perfect size for the Ranger. Tracks the same width and just handles really nice. You don't even know it's back there. So let's take a look at it now that I got it home. It's one of the best made, I feel. Really high quality, powder coated. They come with this tarp built into them, and it does have a cross rail there that's really easy to hook into there. Just unhook it. One guy can do it easy. I had a lot of trouble with that one on the cam trailer that I had just flopping in the wind, and you need to put rubber straps on it and everything else. So this one's really nice. And you can see I also got a spare tire with it, but that's not a standard piece of equipment. Everything else here is standard on this one, the way they ordered it. So that tarp does really easy to deal with. Nice tarp, goes down in place. It needs barn doors. My last trailer did not have barn doors, and I tell you, I would definitely recommend you don't buy one without barn doors. That was just a pain in the neck trying to take the tailgate off just to get forklifts to load stuff and things like that. This is just so quick, so easy, and these are really well made, and they seal good. I'll show you in a second. But that's 1 yard of dirt in it there, 1 yard of the topsoil. It came with ramps that pull out, real nice set of heavy duty ramps that pull out, and they just drop in there. I wish they were a couple inches longer, but they'll work for my needs. Getting a mini excavator, or even possibly a little skid steer up there. So you can see they go in there and they're pinned in place, fit really nice. I like them. And just put that pin back in and you're all set to go. So that's another nice feature of them. This does have welded in D-rings on the inside, which I really didn't have on the other ones. You can see all the high quality welds in the backing plates. It's like a 1/4-inch steel backing plate they put on there to reinforce it. And the top rails are really rigid on this one. Really beautiful job. It's got the stake pockets on the outside, and then it's got the front ones on the inside. A couple more D-rings on the inside. And these are a nice heavy-duty D-ring. I wish I had them on the last trailer. So you can see the cam that I bought really was not that great a trailer compared to this. This one does have a Demco adjustable coupling on it. And it's got a low-temperature wiring harness on it. And this is a 2-inch 10K coupling. I guess you can get a 2 and 5/16. So also high quality jack. It comes with interstate battery, and the pump and everything else looks really nice. It comes with a battery tester, battery tender type thing to keep the battery charged up. It just came with so many features, and you can see everything is really well made, and the powder coating is just gorgeous on this thing. It's a little muddy now from the trip home, but what can I say, over those dirt roads. Fenders are nice formed up steel. I think they're supposed to be 12 gauge with some ribs in there with tie down points. And there again, the stake pockets look great. This one's a 7,000-pound capacity, but this trailer actually can be gotten with the higher capacity 10,000-pound axles set on it, or a single 7K axle. So, there are options there, but it's pretty much the same basic trailer. 10 gauge floor, nice, barn doors. Everything locks nice and tight. No rattling or anything on this one riding home. I was really impressed because I took some pretty bad roads. Nice form there, and it's no gap in there when the door closes. I couldn't believe it. My cam trailer, I had to put like a piece of tape in it, duct tape in there, just to keep dirt from falling out. It was about a 3/8 gap. So, I see everything is really, really nicely made. This one does have the spreader gate option too. I took the chains off that, control the opening with, but I'll just show you. I didn't want them hanging out back there slapping around because I won't use it too often. But everything, fits beautiful. Welds all look good. Powder coating is really nice. Got those really stiff, rigid rails on it. And you can see it's definitely a quality unit. I'm going to put a couple 2x6s around there eventually. And grease fittings on everything. So, it didn't come with a spare tire. This was an extra option I opted for, but it does have the mount from the factory. So that's a good thing to get if you're, buying one of these. And some guides to keep it from sliding off there when it goes forward. And you can look at it. It's really, really sharp looking. And it does track really great, and it's perfect size for my Ranger. My other one was a little bit too big. They put a little bit too much gravel in it, being the extra foot width, and they just about break the springs. So this one is really easy to control, and the axle placement on it is really nice. So it's it's the perfect one for me, I think. So glad that I decided to get another one. I thought I just needed that landscape trailer, but that sits 90% of the time and basically has been useless to me. So I'm just going to unload a little bit and show you. This is a low profile trailer, and this is a compost topsoil mix I got. You can see really a lot of nice organic material in there and stuff. They mix about 50-50 with their compost with the topsoil. So you do get a good product, especially for filling raised beds and stuff, at a reasonable price. This was a lot cheaper than that crap topsoil I bought in the spring and had delivered. So that's one of the main reasons I wanted the dump trailer for. And another thing is I'm not going to have enough firewood, so I've got to go out and buy some firewood and bring it home. And, a lot of little things like that, constant use for something like this. And I'm going to spread some of this topsoil over that other topsoil I put in there already, because that doesn't seem to want to grow grass. And let's just getting dark out now. Let's just dump this and show you. It's a fairly slow dump, but it does have a 3.5-inch cylinder, which amazed me because my last one had a 3-inch, and it dumped faster, but the whole thing really struggled, and would kind of the frame would twist and everything when dumping, where this one really does seem a lot more rigid and more reinforced underneath it, I guess you'd say. But there you can see those doors have the D-rings to hold them open and they stay nice out of the way there. And it's a low profile trailer, so if you do have a full load, you're going to have to pull forward to dump it. But let's take a quick look underneath here. It says Dexter axles on it. I'm pretty sure, they probably are. And you can see all the extra reinforcing under there. And this is the 10 gauge floor, which amazed me for a small trailer like this. Most of the other ones I found were 12 gauge. And, everything just really well done. Welds are great. Good materials chosen, it looks like, for the strength. And there's a prop rod there. Hold that up. So I just wanted to show you, I think this is actually the best little 5x10 mini dumper available, especially for a mid-sized truck like mine. And it's just, I can't really find anything about it that I don't like the last one. With so many little things that just drove me nuts. So I definitely recommend, if you're looking for a trailer like this, you may want to look at the LAMAR brand. And I did buy this, they didn't give it to me or anything. I paid for it with my own money and everything. And I just think it's a great product, and that's why I invested in it. And there's also a nice drop jack, all grease fittings on it, and everything just looks wonderful. So that's kind of my first look at this trailer, and I'll be using it in other videos as we go along. Here's a time lapse of the ride down if you want to take a couple minutes and watch it.